What it do? What it do? What it do?
Yo, what's good? He's still muted.
I got that delay on my end again. I don't know why I keep doing that every time. But we are, y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But we are in, you know what I'm saying? I guess the what's called didn't work. I thought I put on the where you can click the link and join in on the show. But I'm still stuck on my end. But I guess since we live, we'll take it in. But welcome to WTMH Live. This is our third show. You know what I'm saying? I was just asking Killer B, have he got any feedback? He said he got some good feedback. What about you, QG? You got any feedback about the show?
Yeah, some positive feedback. They like what we're doing. So we just got to keep on improving. Step from step.
Oh, okay. B said everybody kept asking him like when is the studio coming back? Y'all looking at it in the background. You got the baby grand piano.
Yeah, unfortunately, since the COVID-19 pandemic has caused WTMH's physical location to shut down permanently.
He been waiting to say that, B. That was all put together very well and everything. He been waiting to say that. What's up, y'all? Y'all just tuned in, man. Y'all tuned in to the WTMH live show. This is the next level of WTMH where we decided to take it to. This is nothing new for us, the streaming thing. This is just a new platform. That's all. So if y'all tune into the show, like, tag, and share. We're gonna take about an hour of your time and do what we do every week and just talk about some topics and stuff that's going on. And I think we got the confirmation that next week we're gonna do a relationship show. We got the relationship expert, right?
That's right. We should be here. Should be on the show next week.
And what's her name? I don't know. Y'all know you were stuttering or your mic went real bad.
I don't know what happened. Right, hold on.
I mean, you sound clear. I think that might have been you, Demond.
Okay. Whatever you said, I could hear. But I love it. I love it. That black screen you got back there with the green shirt. That's like the.
But all right, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Come on into the green screen revolution, baby.
Now I'm gonna have that set up next. I've been these weekends. I've been so busy. I don't get a chance to go to Michael's to get what I need. But now she got like a long African name. I call her Rose, but she has her actual name is like Ola Gwen. One of those African names.
She from Columbus?
No, she's actually in. I want to say Florida.
Oh, okay. And you said you met her through the Apple. You're gonna use an Apple. What is it? What is it? The chat room.
I bet it's off of Clubhouse.
Oh, okay, Clubhouse. Yeah.
That's what it is. Here I had to talk about the club room. I don't know what the club room is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, y'all Android people, y'all can get on now if y'all want. If y'all want on now, they open it up, y'all.
So they So you can get on Clubhouse now. So send me an invite, dog. You gotta have an invite, right?
Yeah, I got you. I sent it to you tonight.
Give a big shout out to my man Anthony Trot up in Philadelphia in the building watching. He probably eat a nice big fat old cheesesteak while he watching this. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds good right now. A cheesesteak.
Hey, but you know what?
Man, that does.
There's only one place in Philly that got a real cheesesteak that tastes like something like the Geno's and the one that's across the street from it, the one that everybody go to and on all the TV shows. Those are nasty.
No, really?
Yeah, but I went to Max's in the hood, boy. Max's in the hood.
Where's that at?
That's in Philly, but it's in the hood in Philly.
Oh, okay.
So I went to that cheesesteak had flavor. I mean, I got back in my hotel room. My hotel room didn't have a microwave. I ate it how it was by the time I got back to the room. It still was just as good. So yeah. But tonight we got a good show to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can chime in. Try it if you want to come in on the conversation, man. Just say you want to come in. I send you a link where you can come in. And it might be me because I got I need to get up and change my TV because I got black ink on. This Monday is black ink night, baby. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to change the TV. But we are live now on YouTube and Twitch. So if one of y'all want to get a chance, click over to my YouTube page and check it out. Let me know how that's working. You know what I'm saying? If you can move in on your phone. What we're gonna talk about tonight, we're talking about sport. We're gonna talk a little sports. We're gonna start off with a little sports tonight. The sports world is heavy. This is I know Killer B a sportsman, QG, you a sportsman, and this is my time of year for sports. Basketball playoff, NBA basketball playoff. Now, if I remember correctly, in the college championship, that UCLA they beat Michigan State in like a playoff game to finish up in the tournament, right?
That is true.
Yeah, they got to the Final Four. Yeah, they got to the Final Four, didn't they?
Yeah, they got to the Final Four.
Yeah. So now they trying to do the whole little playoff, one game playoff in the NBA, and actually the Lakers, who LeBron James said everybody should be fired, whoever came up with that concept. Now he found himself in that situation where he got to play. B, would you be a sportsman? How do you feel about that whole system and that whole everything?
Well,
of a one in.
Well, they came.
You can have a fantastic season and play this one game, lose, and your whole season just been shot.
Yeah. I mean, they came with that last year for the bubble because of the pandemic.
Right.
And then I was shocked they did decide to continue it this year. But I think it's a little interesting because it's a one game play. Well, it could be one game or two games. So whoever loses between the Warriors and the Lakers will play the winners of, I think it's the Grizzlies and the Spurs.
Right.
But I think it's interesting because you got last year's champion, the Lakers, going against the last dynasty of the last 5 years, the Warriors, and it's anybody game. I mean, on paper, it should be a running way for the Lakers to beat the Warriors, but the way Steph's been playing lately,
they need to check his urine, man. Something going on there. Something going on.
Steph is going to drop 50 on LeBron's head, and I'm a fan of LeBron. I'm not a fan of him being at the Lakers, but I just think that I watched that game they played against Memphis, and like they just was on it. So I think Curry gonna come out there and just lay it down on him.
Yeah, he gonna have to get 50. He's gonna have to get 50 or AD. Now I think that pick him apart.
Well, I think AD is just coming back from injury. LeBron just coming back from injury.
He tweaked his ankle again, but I guess he can still gonna play tomorrow.
Yeah. So that I think that's the thing about the Lakers. Like they're so Anthony Davis has always been injury prone.
Yep.
That's his problem his whole career. LeBron is becoming injury prone. But that's what happened to a lot. That's what happened to Kobe in his last couple of years. He kept getting hurt. So LeBron looks like he's kind of on that trend. But the war. I mean, I put it like this: if Curry gets going, it's gonna be a long night because Curry's been scoring on everybody.
Right.
And they've been triple teaming him, double teaming him. And I mean, LeBron already came out and said Curry should be the MVP. I mean, I might lean towards Jokic only because they got a better record, but
right.
But Curry the last month, it's been like him and Russell Westbrook show the last month.
So, I don't know where I've been at because I forgot where Russell Westbrook even got traded to the Bullets.
I did too.
I mean the Wizards.
Yeah, I was like, you really they had been the Bullets since the 90s. But yeah, he got traded beginning of the year for John Wall, and it worked out for the Wizards because Houston sucks, and they're in the playoffs.
And here's the thing: now, when you talk about the Lakers being injury prone, and I think if you have a balanced roster, you can have injuries and still be a contention or a playoff team. The problem is you can't have 3 superstars and a bunch of losers on a team, and then when one of your superstars or 2 of your superstars go down, expect great things. It don't happen that way. That's why when the Warriors were winning, championship after championship, they were just so balanced across the board. And if somebody did go down, they had another player in that place to step up and take the mantle. And that's what the Lakers don't have. They just got three, four superstars, and they all injury prone. So
Well, and everybody else who's all those other people you talk about that's supposed to be good, they can't when they get their time to shine, they can't try to take
they
their time to
can't.
shine. They gotta still play team ball because a lot of guys when they get that shot, especially being in LA, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's a lot of pressure. Well, you got to think about it. Kyle Kuzma before LeBron got there was on his way to maybe looking like to being a star player. I forgot the nigga was on the team. Like to the other night,
Yeah, yeah,
I was oh yeah, Kuzma. Like because they kept him out. Brandon Ingram, who went to New Orleans, became an All Star. Lonzo Ball he's playing better. So like yeah, who else they got? The dude from New York, Julius Randle. He's in New York. He's an All Star. So it's
right.
Julius
like
Randle, he always been good. He's one of them players that he found his spot. He found a team
yeah,
that he can win.
he
Because
did.
as
Yeah,
long as he would have been on the Lakers, he would have just been a role player. But now he's like a star, like how James Harden was when he was in OKC when he was on the bench. You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Once he got to Houston, he got a chance to go and ball out. He got the ball out. So that's the same situation I feel with Julius Randle because at Kentucky, that 1 year he balled at Kentucky, he balled, man.
Yeah, I mean he balled his ass off this year. I mean, New York is a force. New York is actually good this year. Like,
Right,
Yeah, yeah.
right.
yeah. So you
Him and
know,
Philly.
Philly, Atlanta sucked last year. Atlanta was like horrible last year. Now all of a sudden they're in the playoffs. So
Exactly.
it's gonna be interesting to watch. It's gonna be interesting to see what how this goes. The playing games, which I think are Wednesday, is gonna be interesting to see how that turns out because I feel like whoever wins between the Lakers and the Warriors, they get Phoenix,
Right.
which is another team that shouldn't be this good,
Dang,
but they
dang,
are.
dang, dang Dollar ain't no joke.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's Port. He's on Portland. I'm talking about Phoenix.
Oh, my bad, my bad. That's me trying to get my
Yeah,
Stephen A. Smith on. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But you wasn't Stephen A. Smith. You was Stephen B. Smith,
All
right
I
there.
was cook. All I
Right.
was cook.
Yeah. So I mean, then and then the other whoever gets us, they get Utah, which I think both Phoenix and Utah are kind of like suspect 1 and 2 seeds. Like,
Yeah.
so it should be interesting. It'll be, but if LeBron gets knocked out, they don't get past these playing games. I feel like you can't. The goat talk has to stop, right?
Okay.
Because like you can't win the title, which I still feel like if it wasn't for the bubble, they don't win the title. If Kobe don't die in that bubble, they don't win the title.
Oh
That's
no. No.
That's an asterisk. That's an asterisk season to me anyway. You gotta put the asterisk by that season.
I feel like you have to because I think a lot of teams' momentum got stopped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They get to restart it, and when you kind of have like Georgia, you kind of have like the best two players in a shortened period of time. You should come out better.
Should.
Right.
Yeah. But now it's like you got a better roster this year, and yeah, injuries play the part into it. But if y'all can't get out the playing round, I'm going to look at LeBron a little funny, like, hey man, it's okay being number 3 of all time.
I mean, I look at it like this. When you talk about LeBron and all these guys, they're playing limited minutes. When you look at the teams like the Bulls and the 76ers and the Pistons and all those teams of yesteryear, they didn't play limited minutes. They came out there, they played hurt, they played, balls to the wall for, 4 quarters, and I just don't get it. Everybody, LeBron's playing limited minutes.
But they also stay
talk.
on the same team their whole career too.
And that's true. They also play the same team. So, yeah, the GOAT talk for LeBron and some of these players stopped a long time for me because, if you guys can't even compete, for 100 games in and out, y'all suspect to me.
Well, I never even put him in a GOAT situation. He's a good player, not taking him from, but I never put him in a GOAT situation with the whole leaving. Like I said, I'm old school, dog. When I wanted to see Cleveland, I wanted to see LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. When you saw the Bulls, you saw Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and the Bulls. That's how I wanted to be. But when he went to Miami They're talking about not 1, not 2, not 3, not 30. That's when he lost me. I was part of that whole y'all. You gotta leave to go get your championship.
Right.
Well, I'll say this. I thought when the first time he came in the league, I always figured he was never going to win a title in Cleveland. Because there's certain cities, championship just don't sound right next to their name.
Right.
Cleveland is one of them.
Right.
You know, and that goes to all your Browns fans.
Oh man, we ain't even going to talk about that in right now. You don't want this smoke today,
the best championship Cleveland ever had was the Cleveland Indians in Major League. Willie Mays Hayes.
Yeah.
The best championship.
And they ruined that movie franchise by the sequel. But anyways.
Yeah, ain't lying.
But yeah, so I always thought he was going to end up leaving. I thought when they drafted Kyrie, I was like, he's going to end up leaving, Jeff. And I mean, they both ended up leaving. He came back. He won a title, but and I give him credit for that title. They came back 3-1, beat Golden State. I still feel like if certain things didn't go a certain way, Golden State should have won that title too.
Yeah,
right.
But he got his titles. Like he gets a championship for every city he goes to, and I mean, and that's cool. That's a nice legacy to have. But I'm like y'all. I do feel like there's something about you win your titles with one team. I know sometimes you can't control it. Like certain guys, they don't get good until 3, 4, 5 years down the league. And you might get traded a couple times.
Right.
But when you're the man from day one, and you know, that's why I got a little bit more respect for like Dane Lillard stayed in Portland. You know, instead of trying to run off to New York or wherever. I feel bad for Chris Paul. Because he just gets traded everywhere. He makes them better, but he's like, he can't get past that hump.
Can't get past.
Right.
Right now, Curry, I feel like he's only been with Golden State. All his titles are with Golden State. I'm not saying that's going to make him better than LeBron, but, you know, when you look at the history books, he might get reviewed a little bit different.
Oh, most definitely.
When you look 20, 30 years down the line. But, it's all interesting. But, you know, these new age kids now, though, they don't look at sports the way we used to either. So, you know.
No, they don't.
Right.
You know,
they don't know about PlayStation and Bulls Lakers 95, 96.
No, they don't. they don't. They don't know how you have to suffer with your team sucking for 10 years before they actually look like something. You know,
or 3 decades.
Or 3, yeah. You know, if you happen to want to live your life in depression and be a Browns fan, exactly.
Look at like Charles Barkley, a whole career.
That's right.
A whole career, just
76ers in Phoenix.
Right.
And Houston.
Right.
That's right. He did go to Houston.
They came up short.
Carmelo, they didn't win. They never
nope.
Championships. They lost or something.
They lost 2. You know, their most memorable moment is Michael Jordan's last shot in the Bulls uniform.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the closest they got. Who else is there? There's a lot of guys that don't got rings.
Right.
If Clyde didn't go to Houston, he would never got a ring. He had 2 tries in Portland.
But since we talking sports now, we know that Russell Westbrook broke Elgin Baylor's triple double.
Oscar Robertson,
man, Stephen B. Smith.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to let that slide.
Hey,
you better get the ball to Stephen C. Smith. Go ahead.
That's what we got the team for. Y'all know I'm a comedian, not a sports medium. But I know a little bit of what I know. But since him breaking the Big O's record, and do you think anybody will ever come back and break it from Westbrook?
No, I think Westbrook is gonna be another guy that we're gravely underappreciate what he's done for 3-4 years.
That is true.
And to have a major injury and still ball out.
And still ball out. Like him and Derrick Rose had the same injury.
Right.
You see where Derrick Rose went.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose was scared to play. He was scared to play when he came back.
Yeah.
Westbrook came back like he never left.
Yeah. And they had similar skill set. They were both like those point guards. They're gonna go to the rack, dunk on you, score 20, 30. But what Russell Westbrook is doing, like to average triple doubles as a point guard. You ain't talk about a
Yeah,
small four. Cause I would think this would be a record LeBron should have, averaging a
Right.
triple double.
right.
For 5, 6, 3, 4 years in a row. Not knocking LeBron, but I'm just saying like he would be the guy I would put in that I would think would have this record. But I think Russell will be one of those guys that we're gonna miss him when he's gone.
Right.
Because what he's doing is just incredible. I mean, once again, he went to a team last year that was barely able to win during the playoffs. Bradley Beal been hurt for about a couple weeks now.
Right.
I've been hurt for a couple of years. Man.
Well, there's that too. I'll try
And,
to give man the benefit of the doubt.
and the thing about LeBron is wherever he goes, he sucks the life out of all the quality players and role players around him. And that's why these other players are going off and having great success other places, because now they can breathe. They can actually shine without being like, oh, I got to make sure LeBron gets his touches. And secondly, when it comes down to the whole simple fact of missing, Westbrook and everything, and the way that he plays and everything, yeah, we're definitely going to miss that, because he's one of those players that has provided us quality triple doubles in and out, in and out, in and out, but doesn't really get the credit and the shine he deserves. And then you have LeBron James on the other hand, who I think, like what B said, who plays his position, who should have the triple doubles and be in that category in that talk, but he has underplayed his position. Instead of accepting his size and his talent and using it to his benefit, he's wanted to step out of his position and be something that he's really not.
Yeah, he like Puff Daddy and them on the East Coast West Coast beat. You got a center who wanna be carrying the ball all the time.
Yeah, all on the 3-point line.
Right.
And I don't want
to
to
go to Brooklyn, nigga.
Yeah, really. But like, I don't want nobody to come at us from y'all from LeBron. I'm not LeBron. I think LeBron is another guy. When he's gone, we're gonna miss how great he played the game.
Right.
But you're all right. But there is something, there's certain players you see like when you watched The Last Dance last year, you realize Jordan was an asshole.
Yeah,
hands down, he was an asshole. But you felt like you was going to win with him. Like LeBron, you're going to get on TV, and you're going to be in the finals. Now, win? Who knows?
right.
But he's still a great player. Like I said, LeBron's top 3. To me, it's always being a Chicago Bulls fan since I was a kid, being a Jordan fan. And maybe I'm biased in that. There's nobody's going to pass Jordan.
Right.
And the reason I say LeBron's top 3 because for me, it'll be like LeBron and Magic for second best ever. I feel like they're more similar. Just LeBron's a better scorer than Magic, but their skill set's kind of the same. 6'9", overpowering
Magic
guard.
played his position though, accepted and played his position. Where LeBron he tried to play every position.
Well,
Yeah, LeBron, he trying to play. He play off court and on court. Sir. He trying to be the general manager.
He trying to be general
like
manager.
A basketball app by the Google Play Store or something.
Yeah.
Tell me what you drinking over there. You keep making that white liquor face.
Oh, some Crown Royal. Woo.
I was gonna say, he put the glass cover to his face and made the white liquor face.
My ninja.
And y'all seen the Crown Royal with the Coming to America bag?
Yes.
No, I've not seen that.
I've been trying. I collect the bags. I've been trying to find somebody to get it so I can get the bag.
Right. I hadn't seen it physically, but I've seen where they put it out.
Right.
Oh, so I didn't know
I want that too. I want that bad.
Yeah. Now since we're talking sports, let's get to the topic of the whole purpose of the show. What we decided we're gonna talk about on the show, and that's my man took a knee for Christ, and Calvin Kaepernick took a knee for injustice, and he kind of got blackballed and can't get a job. But here comes Tim Tebow. He got an opportunity with his former college coach, which is a Buckeye, and
OH.
I-O.
N-O. And he got a shot to come in as a tight end. Now, do y'all feel that that's privilege or talent? And how do y'all feel about the whole him coming in and Colin Kaepernick can't get a job? The whole political aspect of it, and why everybody's talking about it.
It's definitely political, and it definitely is privilege. Is that they felt like he has served his time, and now he's free to move about the country. And with the whole climate still in the position that it is, they are like, Colin Kaepernick, nah, he's still too black, he's still too militant. And if we buckle in and cave into him, we got to cave into everything. And that's what it really comes down to.
But let me ask you this, though. Do y'all think Colin Kaepernick even still really want to play since he got that money, or is it something in that clause? Did he get something in that clause with all that money saying that he can't play?
All right, so I'm gonna say this. All right.
Oh shit, about to get deep.
He's about to get brown liquor deep.
So Tebow,
especially when you take your brown liquor with a Sprite.
I know, boy. All I heard was, "Oh, my people."
Actually, it's Bud Light, but it looks like a Sprite can. But
Are you chasing it with Bud Light?
yeah.
Use a rubber.
Gotta start the week off right. So it's definitely privilege for Tebow. It's definitely privilege because you've been out the league. I didn't realize he'd been out the league almost 10 years.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that long.
You can play baseball, soccer, golf.
Right. I do about the baseball, but I didn't know it was like 10 years. When it comes to Kaepernick, I don't think he wants to play football.
I don't either.
I put it like this. I felt like when you go back to the whole Kaepernick situation, I knew he made a mistake when he opted out of his contract after the whole dealing thing. Because he still had a year left on his contract to make like $25 million. You don't opt out when you've been pissing everybody off all year.
Exactly.
You opt out, of course nobody's going to touch you. Not at that time. You had Trump popping up. They made it about the American veterans who, if they're honest about it, America don't care about troops at all.
Right.
True, they really don't.
They don't.
They like to scream it and they like to publicize it, but when it comes down to it, they don't.
They don't.
My dad's a veteran and my brother's a veteran, and like shit, ain't nothing happening on their side of the field.
And I'm a veteran, and I love my discount privileges. That's about it. That's about all I got going on.
Right, but as a
20% off at Applebee's.
But as America really loving their veterans, they don't, or the troops,
Right.
They don't. It was a talking point, but I don't know how real Kaepernick was about his whole stance. I know that might be, I might be called a coon for that, but that's just how I feel. Like I felt like he fell into it and he ran with it.
Right.
Now when you say does Kaepernick deserve a job before Tebow? Yes, I would say that.
Right.
But I do feel like Kaepernick's been away from, especially quarterback, 3-4 years. I don't know how good he's going to be in today's game. Older.
Right.
Now, you got Tom Brady who can't run, still playing the game. So there's a shot, but this is definitely privilege for Tebow because what has Tebow done in the last 5 years to say he can still play? Right. Besides being Urban Meyer's quarterback that he won two national championships with.
Exactly.
At Florida.
And you can bet your ass that he's going to have a couple of snaps at quarterback. You best believe it.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Not even that, but plus he's going to, he played in Florida and all that, he's going to put some butts in the seat.
Yep.
And I think he's from Jacksonville originally, or somewhere in that area. So, but you got to think about it. No other team was talking about bringing him in as a tight end.
Mm-mm.
So he probably called Urban and was like, "Hey, I want to play. What can I do?" Well, we are going to take old boy number 1, so you can't be my quarterback. Why don't you go ahead and play tight end? Or that way we can get you in a couple plays. You might not really get exposed. too bad.
Right.
But my thing is if he really makes the team.
Right.
Because signing in football, being signed don't mean nothing until you make
Nope.
that. Till you make that 53-man roster after preseason.
Exactly.
Well, I'm thinking I'm almost to the point where if it went this far, I'm almost willing to bet, like I said, from putting butts in the seats. And how, and how we're coming out of the COVID, where what number 10 people in the crowd and 10,000 in them little face things.
Well, yeah, they gotta get their money back because they went a whole year nobody in the stadium, so that's a lot of money lost.
And Tebow coming in as a tight end is a good Columbus Clippers promotion. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, well, you gotta think about it. You bringing back Urban Meyer, who was a big name down in Florida. You drafted Trevor Lawrence. Now you bringing Tim Tebow in for a team that was 1-15 last year. Like you're getting a lot of attention. And you haven't done it yet. I mean, like as much as I love Urban Meyer at Ohio State, I'm not convinced he's going to be a great NFL quarterback. I mean, coach.
Well, I thought he had health. I thought his health was so bad that he said he wasn't going to never coach again.
Now that scandal kicked his ass that last year.
Yeah, and it's a scapegoat. That's been his whole scapegoat for his whole career.
That was a scapegoat at Florida, that Ohio State.
What was the scandal again?
One of the assistants that he hired was slapping up his wife, and supposedly Urban knew about it, all the other stuff. Didn't say nothing.
He basically got kicked out for the Me Too.
Yeah. Now, do I think Urban could have did it? I mean, there's not much you could do about the other man slapping up his wife unless you're there. Or, but other than that, what I'm saying, like, I don't see what he could have did, but I just don't see it in Jacksonville. Because the college coaches don't work in the pros. I mean, you got Pete Carroll, but I don't know. We'll see.
And the guy from Michigan coach.
Who, Harbaugh?
Yeah, wasn't he a pro coach?
Yeah, he was a pro coach for the 49ers. He's the one who made Kaepernick.
Right.
Yep.
And then now he gets ass whooped every year by the Buckeyes. Thanksgiving weekend.
That's y'all one go-to win right there at Michigan. But the year that Michigan beat y'all that night, I would not go to any restaurant. I would go nowhere when no one is serving me any food, doing anything. But that service and everything will be horrible.
Oh yeah.
Whatever year that's gonna be.
I mean, they might eventually win a game again, but right now the way they get their ass whooped on a regular basis, I mean, they could really caught COVID this year, so they wouldn't play that game. So
right.
I mean, but y'all ain't gonna be the greatest this year. This gonna be y'all first challenge in a while.
I think if they can figure out the quarterback, I think they'll be all right. We still got more talent than anybody else in the Big Ten.
True.
Oh yeah, Big Ten, yeah, of course. Rutgers, yeah, of course. Rutgers is almost Ivy League. So.
Yeah, I would hell. What I'm saying? Hey, right now that's all we need to do is win the Big Ten. We get to the playoffs. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So I'll take that.
So when is the year they talking about doing the playoffs where it's gonna be more than 4 teams? Are they trying to do that immediately, or is there like a 2023, 2025?
That's probably be like a 2023, 2024 thing. They're talking about it, but we'll see.
Yeah. It needs to happen.
It does, but when football becomes like when you got an elite 8 and Final 4 for football, that's kind of weird to me. When you got a big old tournament, that's kind of weird to me.
Well, I always say like they don't play. You get the whole month of December to play out a tournament. I mean, it puts them at 15, 16 games anyway.
Right.
Might as well go ahead and do it. I don't see the problem. Most kids during the month of December is out of school anyway, so you're not messing up classes. So I don't know. I think, my opinion, a good tournament would be maxed at between probably 16 teams.
Right.
16?
16, yeah. Make it a real tournament. Because 4 teams, like, it's almost like every year you kind of know if Ohio State wins the Big Ten and don't lose a crazy game, they're probably in.
Right. And you know Bama gonna be there.
If Alabama gets on the field, they're in.
Right.
Clemson is almost guaranteed because the ACC sucks. So Clemson is almost guaranteed to get in. If Notre Dame looks like they might be good, they're going. And then if a Pac-10 teams act like they might be good, they may get in.
Right.
So it's like you almost know, and you throw Oklahoma in there too. So you almost know between about 6, 7 teams every year is really what the playoffs is coming down to.
Right.
You'll have your Central Floridas or this is what Eastern Carolinas, but BYU's, but we all know they're not getting in.
Right.
No.
Yeah,
But,
so
well, I got two sports things. Number one is that my alma mater, the Kentucky State University. They trying to go D1. We might be D1 in the MEAC. So that's a possibility that could be happening.
Okay.
I can see that, especially in basketball.
Right.
And number two is that and we talking conspiracy theories now. This whole thing is going down with all these Ohio State football fans that got the massage. Number one, I want to know who the person didn't get treated right and told. But my main thing is my conspiracy theory is that I think Nick Saban sent her down here to massage them boys up. Not have them ready for the game, but I still want to know which one of y'all didn't get treated right and told and snitch.
Yeah, I saw something about that last week. Talking about there's a controversy coming for Ohio State, and at first it didn't seem like it was about the football team, but I guess it is. I don't know. I don't know how serious that's going to get. Luckily, Deshaun Watson is kind of softened the blow for massages right now. He's taking more heat, but we'll see how bad it gets though, and who's the players.
Now talking about Deshaun Watson now. That whole situation then got kind of quiet. Now I'm on conspiracy theory again. I'm almost to the point that all that came up when he decided he didn't want to be there no more.
Well, it got
and all of a sudden they just came straight up out the blue, and now then it's like LeBron, not one, not two,
not three, not four, not five. Like, first of all, it's like, how many massage therapists do you need, my nigga? That you're going through like 20-something massage therapists? Like,
well, he needed one for each body part. So.
Like, I was like, I know it was a pandemic. You couldn't maybe use your regular one, but this nigga did they say he was going through Instagram DM? I'm like, nigga, you're Deshaun Watson. Like, why are you going in DMs? Like,
it's like the only booty he can get was massage booty. It's like it almost sounds like a Lifetime movie, massage booty killer.
And then I don't know if he's still with her, but he had like one of the little Instagram models as a girlfriend. She was bad as hell. Like, she could massage you up. Like, I don't know. Like, I hope it's all lies. I heard a couple of them kind of recanted. They got their stuff thrown out. But I think the rumor is down. Like, it's almost guaranteed that the NFL is not going to let him play next year.
Right.
So that's probably why it went quiet. But
or it could have went quiet because he might be selling that thing out. He might be doing a Michael Jackson, selling it.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine trying to settle with 25 women. I mean, he did just sign like $180 million contract last year or something like that, but still, that's
now he only got $8.50.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's just one of those things. It's like, I get it when you got that type of money, when you're like the man, or at least like you feel like it, you get away with stuff, but just to throw your shit down the drain like that over what, a massage, and you want to grab a booty? You like,
yeah, ain't no booty worth all that money.
Nah, I mean, I hope it's like I always denied at first. Like, oh, he ain't do that, but when you start, it was almost like the Bill Cosby. It's like after a while, you like God damn, like
right.
It's like I want to believe you.
But yeah, you're making it awful hard for me now.
You're making it awfully hard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, that might be the new role play for you when you role playing with your woman is that she be a massage therapist and you be Deshaun Watson.
And the immortal words of Dre, "Can I touch that booty? Woo! Can I touch that booty?"
and then you do it again with another girl. You be Deshaun Watson and she be a massage therapist.
Man.
When you meet another girl, you be Deshaun Watson.
But Deshaun Watson's had issues ever since college when it comes to females. So like it's nothing new to me. Like when the whole allegations came up, I'm just like, this dude is just one of those brothers that just cannot get along with women.
What was the college scandal?
Wasn't he the one that hit the girl in the face
Oh, that was
in the
James
bar?
Winston. I think that's James Winston.
Oh, I was Jamie Winston. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, man, you I was Steven B. Yeah, man, you back, you Steve Beeman.
Hey, you know they say all black athletes look alike. Shit,
and they all like massages, evidently.
and they all like massages.
Now, let me take it back to Tebow now. Of all the people that you've been hearing talking in the league, and do you think if he was to get in as tight end, do you think he would be a target? Like somebody want to be that one to hit him and hurt him and put him out, where he definitely gonna need prayer.
Devin Bush already said, like, yeah, when they play him, you need to watch out. I don't know. He's white. I don't think, and he's a God-fearing man. I don't know they're gonna touch him. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do anything to like hurt him or like that. But they might get a TV moment where they're standing over top of him, pointing at him or something like that.
Right. God don't like ugly.
Yeah, you don't want that rap.
I mean, some NFL players have, like Dez Bryant, all of them have came out and said things like, "How is he getting another job when there's other guys who's better, who recently played, can't get a second,
right
look." So that's a hard one. I mean, that Tebow one, that's one that's hard to be okay with. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not even putting Kaepernick in that situation. There's a lot of other guys that probably should, tight ends, real tight ends, probably should get another shot before Tebow did.
Right.
So,
well, who's as far as like the free agency and tight ends that could come in? Who are three good tight ends that they could have got instead of Tebow? That's out there.
Free agents.
I mean, just out of all your pools you got, where you can get a tight end, trade, free agent, who is somebody that they could have used or pulled up, or if they had to go get somebody that hadn't played in a while, who was a better tight end they could have called up.
That's a good question. I'm trying to think.
I'm speechless on that.
Trying to think of some recent tight ends.
Probably I think anybody from the Browns, probably.
Well, yeah. You got what? The Browns. Y'all got two guys, don't you?
We got David Njoku, and then we got
and he wants out. And he wants out. Yeah, you could have traded for him. He's a Pro Bowl-esque tight end.
Yeah.
Probably and from the Browns, so it's not going to cost you much. So
yeah, we'd offload him.
I love taking shots at the Browns, but
I see that.
You got him. I think Kyle Rudolph is available. He a decent tight end. I know Zach. I mean, for my Eagles, Zach Ertz wants out. So I mean, like there was some moves they could have.
So many other routes that they could have took besides Tim Tebow.
Yeah, just like. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, at least when Jason Witten retired, he went back to the Cowboys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, only 1 year away. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be... That's one of those ones where you look at that, that's like... It screams white privilege. You know what I'm saying? It screams, favoritism. I mean... And good old boys, and in the good old boy system.
Yep.
Didn't when Tim Tebow was still in the league, didn't someone tell him that he would be better, that he would be better as a tight end back then?
I think so.
And he still probably would have been in the league.
Now I will say this: in Tim Tebow's defense, he had a decent year as a quarterback for the Broncos. They won a playoff game.
I think he did. I think he did too, man. I don't know. I think the whole back then, the whole Christian thing for some reason messed him up when it shouldn't have, but it did.
Now, I guess what hurt him was Peyton Manning came available, and the Broncos, which I would have took Peyton Manning over Tim Tebow too
all day long.
But I felt he had a good year where I know he went to the Jets. I don't know what happened, but it was like he bounced around and then he retired. So
But
he had.
if he was smart though, he would have had to know that Peyton Manning wasn't gonna be around too long, and he would have had him a championship. He would have had him a championship as a backup quarterback, and then he would have been right
Let
back
me
in the
get
starting
Mongo
position.
out.
So what?
I don't know, man. You went in and out. Did you hear him, George?
I heard him.
No, but what I
Oh,
was
wow.
saying was that if he had been smart, he would now because he would have known that Peyton Manning wouldn't be able to stay. He knew Peyton wouldn't have been there for no 3 or 4 years.
Well, he
And
was there for 4 years.
okay,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
that was my Stephen B. Smith moment. But
Yeah,
okay,
I mean,
but still,
Stephen E. Smith.
yeah,
even if he had just been the backup quarterback, we would now be calling him a champion, Tim Tebow, and
I agree.
he still would have had a shot instead of what I'm saying.
I know. I do agree. I do agree with that. He would have been a champion. He ran off to play baseball and be an analyst. I don't know. It's one of the. I mean, I know some guys. I know Dion came back twice and was actually pretty good, but I don't know. But Dion was Dion. Dion had a resume where you gonna give him a shot.
And that was defense.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that was defense, and he was a corner. Tim Tebow at tight end is like, what have you done in 10 years? I mean, I know he was always a bigger guy, but 10 years later, now you want to be a tight end at a very physical position?
Right.
Right. Tim Tebow at tight end is like me as a comedian. Now I want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
But I can rap though.
Savage.
But I'm just like Tim Tebow though. I can rap though, so I deserve that shot. So is that privilege?
I believe you deserve a shot, but doesn't mean you'll get a record deal.
Oh, yeah, true that. But I don't know, 21 Savage. I mean, 32 Savage is a beast, baby.
I mean, yeah, he might be a beast, but you still might not get that Rock Nation deal. You know what I'm saying?
I don't need Rock Nation. I can take a no limit. I can go to the new no limit.
Well, yeah.
Or independent is always the best route when it comes to hip hop, in my opinion. If you got a good following.
If you got a good follower, I do agree with that. But Tebow didn't have a good following.
He had the Lord, baby. He had the Lord.
He had the Lord.
He didn't have a follower. He was a follower.
Well, there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? If he had the Lord, why did the baseball career work out? That's all I'm saying. But
the Lord led him to somewhere else. That's why.
See, that wasn't his. That wasn't where he was supposed to be in baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Because we never knew nothing about Tim Tebow in baseball until we went and played baseball. He did a Michael Jordan from the football world.
Well, most football players are baseball players. You don't know that, but a lot of them are baseball. That's like Russell Wilson. He got drafted in the league. Kyle Murray. A lot of that.
Without Kyle Murray, I think I would have took the baseball money. They make way more money and it's longer. Their baseball money is long.
Yeah, they was going to give him long money up front, but he wanted to be the shortest NFL quarterback ever. I mean,
he paid off for him though, so we can't fault him. We can't even go no deeper.
I don't know if it paid off for him yet. I mean, he's had a couple good seasons, but he gets hit.
Didn't they win a championship?
No, he made the playoffs.
Who was that play for Kansas City? What's the Kansas City quarterback?
That's Patrick Mahomes.
That's Patrick Mahomes.
Stephen J. Smith.
Yeah. Keep on working that alphabet.
yeah. That's Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is like 6'5" mixed. Kyle Murray is like 5'6".
Sorry, I can't help it.
I got my people mixed up, Hey, I gotta be the comic relief, baby. I don't do what I do. I do what I do best, baby.
I was like, Kyle Murray is like 5'6", dark skinned, short. Right, he looked like a little kid out there playing. Yeah, you could have got two more different quarterbacks mixed up ever.
I know, right?
The only thing they got similar, both their teams wear a version of a red jersey. Not the same red, but a version of red.
Yeah, that's what threw me off, the red jersey. That's what threw me off.
But I was like, he was like, they won a championship. I was like, they even made the playoffs. Okay.
I was like, what TV watching?
Well, speaking of other scandals, nice segue, Demond. Nice segue. Speaking of other scandals, since we gotta get back into our world, the world of media. we know Joe Budden had one of the hottest podcasts about the last 3 or 4 years, 2 or 3 years.
About just about, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
had one of the hottest podcasts, and then he's caught up in the scandal. Fans been dragging Joe Budden, calling him a horrible friend, a misogynist, and an all-around funky businessman. Man's character is taking a super hit as sexual harassment claims have emerged, and the call to counsel the pump it up star might be around the corner. And his an influencer, Olivia Dope, that used to have a show in the Joe Budden Podcast Network, has stepped up to share her experiences with him, and the multiple times he has asked to speak with her. And now we know Joe Budden is in the scandals now. What's y'all opinion on the whole Joe Budden pumping up? Me and B was talking about it a little bit before the show. So is this another Me Too? Is this a hip hop Me Too or?
So I actually watched the video where the girl claims where when they did their podcast where they cut out Joe's comments, and you could definitely tell it was edited. Now, what was said, who knows? But this is not the first time Joe Budden has been accused of this. I mean, he's been accused of hitting women, sexual abuse. He's accused of being a horrible friend before.
Mm-hmm.
I think Joe Budden is a guy.
All those those are stemming from the show, or just Joe Budden in general.
Joe Budden in general. I mean,
Okay.
from his days from Love and Hip Hop, when he was in Slaughterhouse, like the reason Slaughterhouse broke up because Joe Budden basically said, "Fuck the deal, fuck the record deal."
I ain't gonna lie, when WT Mason was recording, boy, that was a dope little show.
Oh no, that's dope. That's a dope show.
Yeah. He like I said.
But hey, you remember he kicked us out of the booth.
Yeah, he was a jerk to us.
He jerked us, and we
I
was
must have been downstairs. I don't remember that.
Yeah, because you remember we was set up where his, I guess you would say his green room was.
Oh yeah, right.
And he didn't want us in there because that he didn't want so we had to get out. But like I watched Rory and Mal, whatever his name is, their little rebuttal. Now I will say this: I don't think either one of those guys are great podcasters or their dynamic work. So, but when you hear them tell their story, the shit kind of just makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, because they're not yelling. They actually go out their way not to really talk shit about him. It's more like, hey, this is my nigga. During the course of this money start coming in, he changed.
Right.
And so it's like, everybody said, hey, they was employees. It's like, no, we had a profit sharing contract. So you guys see the books to know what what percentage of the profit I'm supposed to get. And I just think he's one of those dudes that just sabotage himself. Like, he had a great deal of Spotify. He ran up out of Spotify. He was supposed to be one of the first creators to get a deal with Clubhouse, but he got an argument with Clubhouse. Now he's with YouTube and Patreon, made his own network. Now he got a sex scandal. It's like God keeps giving this nigga all these chances to be great, and he keeps spitting in the face of it.
Yep, keep spitting it in the face.
And look at WT Mason caught up in the middle of all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy to see because they had a good podcast, but like when where stuff start changing a little bit, when people start not showing up, I was like, oh okay, this is coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never heard the show at all. I've never even heard any clip snippet, nothing of that show.
I'll be honest with you, like, to me, it was a very basic podcast. It was like three dudes sitting on the couch, because that's what they was, sitting on the couch. And, they'll talk about whatever the biggest stories of hip-hop was. They had a great Nicki Minaj interview a year ago, maybe 2 years ago now, when she was talking about all her beefs and all that shit.
Right.
They've had some great. I mean, they just interviewed. Well, Joe Budden just interviewed Kevin Samuels because he interviewed him while Rory and Ma wasn't there. It was a good. I don't think it was as great as everybody made it out to be. I think Joe's personality, like how he kind of talks shit about everybody,
right,
openly, is what people turned into. Like, they kind of had a beef with the Breakfast Club, DJ Academics. So I mean, it was shit like that always made it interesting. But it's like everybody, it seems like they do business with Joe Button comes out on the same side of it. Like this nigga just burned bridges.
Right.
Now when it comes to podcasts, I still think Drink Champ is one of the better ones. But I don't think they don't get
They don't get the credit like they should.
they don't get the credit like they should, and I think it's because there's liquor involved and they smoking
We smoking
blunts.
weed,
Yeah.
Yeah, but overall, there's a great show, and I think Triller need to pick up like Triller picking up all the verses and the boxing and all that. If they go to Triller and get off their revolt, but
Oh yeah. But what drink champs, I think what makes that work because they drinking and smoking is they are interviewing, but you really
right,
you really get the vibe. It's like it's friends just talking, and
right.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you some stories.
Nori is good too. No,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is.
Nori was surprisingly good.
His energy is just mad crazy.
Yeah, he is. But Nori reminds me of that kid when you're in school that just knows he's cool with everybody.
Everybody.
He's cool with everybody. Doesn't matter you blood, crib, you
Kind of the Raven Capone of of
yeah,
Columbus.
he's just cool. Yeah, that is Raven. He's cool with everybody. Don't matter what side of town you on, who you used to roll with. He knows you. He got a story. Like, 'cause everybody comes up like they got a Nora story or a story that he was there.
Right.
And like I forget who's the other guy that's on Jink Chance, but yeah, it's a great podcast. It really is.
Yeah, man. Speaking of podcasts, we talk about Joe Budden, and we also talk about Dream Champs being a great show. It's one of the greatest podcasts, that's not out there no more. And I'm really touched and sad that personally. The Stupid Dope Fresh Show was one of the first original podcasts before podcasts even jumping off. And, you know what I'm saying? I feel that the people, the team and the directors and staff of the Stupid Dope Fresh Show would never get the credit that they would get because there was podcasting before podcasting was podcasting.
Very true.
It was podcasting all the way back to OCB, which is now the OMS, part of the alphabet team, you know what I'm saying? But the Stupid Dope Fresh Show, if y'all out there tuning in, don't know nothing about that, Google the Stupid Dope Fresh Show, look that up, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I was thinking about the other day? Now we know that D Nice made his big thing with the DJ during COVID and all that.
Right.
Y'all know show popped up in my Facebook memory way before then. The Hooky Mix, baby. The Hooky Mix is way before.
Yeah, the Hokey Mix. Yeah, the Hokey Mix was dope.
I even when Donnie B was dancing in that corner, baby, that was dancing. We used to kill it.
I think to a certain level. I mean, if we're gonna be bragging about ourselves, we can do that. Especially the early days of WTMH, I like a lot of this stuff. We all started.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
I
remember being out when we had that camera up and 107.5 and all them. They would be like, "What the hell y'all niggas doing?"
Yep, and now look at
everybody.
You be a little more cocky about if you look at the Columbus media outlet now, like as if for you say underground, unsigned music, almost everybody that's out there now came through us.
Through us.
And I see like some people they try step in and take the spot that we once had. It's cute.
That brown nigga talking now, boy. That brown nigga talking now.
That's like hot sauce. Put that shit on everything.
Put the check,
Got
baby.
the check, nigga.
I'm just I just you see stuff, you just be like, oh
man, I've been seeing it for years, dog. And taking it even deeper than that is when I asked the teacher at OCB about bringing the camera into the underground. He's like, "Why would you want to do that? You're doing radio. Nobody want to see you." Now what?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's I mean, like yeah, like you said, if you go back, I remember when me, Drew, and Tamika was doing the rules of radio, and I remember one time I did a couple stories on our show, and a couple weeks later, 107.5 was doing the exact same story.
Yep.
I was like, oh. And I remember the mind used to say that they was listening or take, because they took some of your stuff, and
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh. And, so that's why I say that. That's why I say it's cute, because then you look back, you see people like, oh, I see what you're
Mm-hmm.
doing.
But
Yep.
you know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what really would have made it jump off. Would have made WTMA jump off. We was there at a time when there was nobody from the radio station there.
Right.
Besides Marcus Cameron. And we know he was just on their talent. But as far as like Neil Noel and all them, they're actually like producers and handle the music and probably do some of the hiring and all that. We didn't have nobody like that there then.
No.
Now they got their second. I mean, they accountants and everybody's teachers over there now.
Yep.
Yeah. But like I said, man, it's cool. It's just funny, man. And it's like it's what they said. I can't even think of the phrase. The liquor kicking in. But anyways,
And then you just show like Jada Pinkett call it the brown liquor table talk, baby.
yeah. But it's just funny, man. Just when you know you're part of pioneers or something, then
Yeah,
I mean like
we like Cool Herc now.
Right.
We like Cool Herc and the Funky Fresh 3, all them groups that everybody know about, but you know what I'm saying. But everybody don't know about it. You know what I'm saying.
yeah. That's
But
true.
at the end of the day, they're going to have to recognize us sooner or later. Probably more later. But when it comes down to
The longer you stay out the game, the longer you gonna go down, and you gonna they just gonna know about you. But
yeah,
nobody would never bring up the war show. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Lady X gave you mad love when I was talking to her one night. She was like WTMA when you did the first award show, and she said people in the city that came out of that, you know what I'm saying, thought they were stars and all that. But where was somebody at to write up about it?
right.
Yeah.
Or maybe there might have been a fault on my end for not inviting somebody. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I mean, there's probably a
It's
lot of
all,
things we should have capitalized on and
there's
we
all
didn't,
kind
as
of ways
far
you
as
can look at it, go back
the
and look
media
at
and
it.
the press.
Right. And now looking back at it now, you know what I'm saying, that we really had so much of a grudge that, you know what I'm saying, if we had dropped that grudge, ain't no telling what might have happened.
That's true. That is true.
We had that I'm gonna show you mentality instead
Yep.
of come help us show the world mentality, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep. And I take responsibility for
Well, I'm glad you did. But anyways,
that.
but I mean, yeah, it's just one of those things. Yeah, like the award show. Like I said, we was
Bushwick at the war show, the last place he seen, and his son was on sway, and that's exactly what he said. I was just waiting for him to say like WTMA or something like that. He said one of his last appearances when they was in Columbus, Ohio, going through studios, and they was in the war show. He said they don't sway, dog.
Yep.
yeah. I mean, we got a lot of legendary things we've done. It just you know, it's like the mom says. When you're out the game, people, it's easy for people to forget.
Right.
You know, but
But they still want us, and that's the thing.
But
You know,
how long will they stay? How long will they want you before
how
somebody else
long
come
will
in?
they mourn us?
Before somebody else come in and feel their need, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a drug dealer. If you can't get your drugs from one person, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got that same
That's
drug.
true. That's true.
They gonna go to that drug dealer. So you know what I'm saying? So right
Yeah.
now, WTMH is a drug dealer to get out the game and working in the factory right now.
Yeah. Work.
I can't do the game no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm changing my life around. You know what I'm saying? That's WTMH right now. But you know what I'm saying? I feel something gonna pop off. You know, and that's why when I got with y'all that one night, I said, man, let's at least do this right here, which is simple. But still gotta keep it out there, and people seeing it visible.
oh yeah, I think I think this. even without a so-called physical location, I still think there's a lot of things we can do. It just let people know we're still there. Only thing I say is when we lost the building, I mean, I think maybe a break was needed, but
True.
I think also too maybe we would have game planned better what to do during
Yeah.
that break.
Yeah.
We'd be better. But hey, it's summer coming. It's getting hot outside. I don't know about y'all. I got fully vaccinated, so
I'm
fully
good. I'm good to
vaccinated.
go.
yeah.
I shrunk my card down to driver license science, baby. Just my wallet like a driver's license.
Mine too.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think there's a lot of things we can always we could definitely once again reinvent the game because that's kind of what we did. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Everything everybody has done, we did it a year or two ago.
Yep.
So
10 years ago. Then we talking about year two.
well, yeah, you're right. 10 years ago, but yeah,
If you want to talk about podcasts, let's go back and look at the WTMA streams at 12 o'clock at midnight. How long the Comedy Underground, which is a show I just recorded a whole bunch of shows. I wonder how many times they done played over the years. If you just went back and
Man, I wish I had those statistics.
looking at podcasting numbers, and they played every night at midnight, which I never even focused on that.
No.
yeah,
But it played 7 nights a week.
Yep.
right. No, you're 100% right. And everything we was doing after that, it was from Allen Creek to Bush Boulevard. It was podcasting. We didn't know the name for it.
Right.
Right.
We were just doing it.
Recorded show that was played.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And just like, now some people they get excited. Oh, so and so heard us. Hell yeah. So what? We already talked to them. We interviewed
I
them.
know.
Exactly.
I got an idea. Once we click off, I think to be the comeback.
Oh, okay.
But I ain't gonna put it on air. I tell you that once we log out.
Okay.
We're just gonna be here pretty soon. Like the next 10, 15 seconds. So y'all if you just happen to just tune in, this is WTMH live show. We do this each and every Monday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. But we just, three guys just sit back. Two guys with a green screen, one guy with a black screen, and two guys drinking water, one guy drinking brown liquor with clear, with chasing with Bud Light. We're just three guys just in our environment, and the beauty of everything that goes on now is that you don't have to leave your house. So, like COVID turned us into the Jetsons faster than we wanted it to.
Right.
We knew the Jetsons was coming, but
I agree with that.
COVID sped it up. So
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
and so, but we about to get back in there. So that's once we get out there and I shoot this idea at you. So, I thank all y'all that tuned in tonight. This is WTMH Live. My name is Demond and Cherry. You can reach me on all the social media at Demond and Cherry on everything. Georgetown, Kentucky will be there headlining the Laughing Post March 28th, 29th. So get your tickets and go to demondandcherry.com for all your future shows. See what I got going on. Then we got Killer B. How can I get in contact with you? What you got up next, Killer B?
So yeah, Instagram, Twitter, BCJ614, Facebook, just my government, Brandon Jenkins. If you want, I'm back. I'm getting back into doing music videos and photography. So if you need something that done, hit me up. Supposed to be shooting a Ravens video. We just talked about that today here soon. That's that's pretty much what I got going on right now. But yeah, just hit me up on those Twitter, Instagram. I do not follow back, especially if I've never seen you before.
Yeah, I'm done with Instagram because if I get one more FX trader, you fooling me with this nice body, but when I click on it and accept you, now you want to trade Bitcoin with me.
Right. Exactly.
I definitely stop. I'm gonna let y'all follow me and build me up so I'm trying to get this blue check.
Right.
What's up with somebody trying to sell you the blue check? Is that legit?
I never heard that.
Oh,
You never got the email or somebody said for some money you can get the verified blue check?
no. I never heard that yet.
I heard the followers, but I guess it's pretty much the same thing because I think you need so many followers to get the blue check.
Yeah, because I tried as an entertainer to try to get they straight denied me like, yeah, you don't got enough followers pretty much. But I've gotten a couple of inside my DM where people like let me help you get verified with the blue check, but when you click on it, it's definitely a money thing. So I don't feel like I should have to pay for that. So.
Oh no.
Nah. Nah, you probably get a bunch of bot followers for like a week or two.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram or somebody come and talk about, oh, these are not real followers, to take them back. And,
Yep.
and then you go back to the account, and all of a sudden that account don't exist no more. So
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I am trying to buy me some Dogecoin while still under the dollar, but I don't know how to get it.
oh, go to crypto.com.
Crypto.com.
Yeah, CYR like PTO. It go to your app store. That's how I bought mine. There's an app. It's an app. As I say, crypto. It's all the different crypto coins, Dodge coins in there. I bought me like $75 worth.
And it's so it's legit. You use your real card. And you got a dummy card.
I use my dummy card where I put my dummy money on.
Right.
But it's still real trading.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
you say crypto.com.
yeah, it's like CY, yeah, like crypto.com. I mean, if you go to your app store and just put crypto, it'll probably pop up. There's also Coinbase. That's another one you can use.
Yeah, I'm not check it. I got Coinbase. I got some gold in Coinbase when I was buying gold.
Okay. But that's the crypto. My phone's not near me, but I have to double check it. I think that's what it's crypto, and that's what I use. I know some people they try to use. I think it's called Public. There's another app you can use, I believe. Robinhood, if you trust Robinhood.
Oh yeah, Robinhood been having so much. Robinhood is like Joe Budden right now.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So yeah.
But how's that Dogecoin working? How much you get it for?
When I got mine, it was at like 31 cents.
What is it now? Like 65, 70?
It's been fluctuating between 45 cents and 60 cents like the last 2 weeks.
Right.
So, but a lot of got to do with whatever Elon Musk is out there doing. So, but.
Right. So that's just like I got some Bitcoin off of Cash App, but I mean Bitcoin, if you ain't gonna buy a whole bunch of it at that price that it is,
it's not worth it.
Me going up and down 3-4 cents every day. I'm gonna get
right. Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, but it's one of those things. Like a lot of things about stock, you got to get it that on the ground floor, right?
Right.
So Dogecoin, yeah, I kind of got into all that. That's what everybody was talking about. And I was like, I like $75. I'll see what that does.
Right. But that's what's up, man. And also we got the big CEO. You know what I'm saying? Big nuptial. Big nuptial. What is it when you make nuptial or nuptial? What is it?
Nuptial.
Yeah, we got big nuptial in the building, baby. You know what I'm saying? And I almost I got the voice recorded, but I just got to put the effects on it. So
yeah, I'm sitting here waiting. I'm waiting.
Nah, man, you got 35 more tracks to get together. You all right?
I'm good. I'm down to 2. I'm working on one, and then your track is the last one.
I'm glad I'm in the Dr. Dre situation right now. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry about it. He didn't put this last CD out. We've been talking about this last CD for like 3 years. He's been putting out. So you.
Hey, but it's here. It's ready to go.
Another day or two ain't gonna kill him, man. He'll be all right.
So how can they get in contact with you, Big Nuptial?
Y'all can hit me up all things WTMH Radio on all social media. You can also hit me up at DJ Nonstop 75 on all things social media. I'll let your boy.
That's right, baby. T Major. It used to be welcome to my hood. It's no longer welcome to my hood. It's now welcome to my honeymoon.
My nigga.
But I don't know if they're gonna make it to the honeymoon after this bachelor party with the midget Asian strippers, baby. This is about to go down.
Oh,
about to go down.
About to be an ignorant mess.
But that's what's up, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow us on all social media. It's your boy, the Morning Chair, Killer B, DJ Nonstop. We out of here, baby.
Later.